never happens. I'm not going to be out here taking guns away from law-abiding citizens. I mean, that's not going to happen. But, you know, I am swore to uphold the United States Constitution and also the North Carolina Constitution. You know, federal agents come to take your guns. Hey, I'm busy. I'm not doing it. I mean, it won't happen. I talked to a federal agent yesterday that was in their office. He was going down to Tipton Hill to arrest a man that had bought a gun. He was a convicted felon. My deputies went with him. We arrested him, found quite a bit of marijuana. So, you know, that was one good one. So, but there again, I will not take guns away from law-abiding citizens.
You know, one of the first things you said was that you didn't want to get into political issues, and I'm not here to get into political issues either. But I just want to take this opportunity to tell you all that our judges that we elect each election cycle, you know, so many times I am speaking to someone on the street about the upcoming election and the issue of, you know, who you're going to vote for judge. Where does the judge stand on certain issues? We need to better educate ourselves and better educate each other on our judges, because you know, our forefathers set up our government with an executive branch, a legislative branch, and a judicial branch. We know Donald and I have sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, the Constitution of North Carolina, the laws of North Carolina. Of course, most of the laws we deal with are just the North Carolina General Statutes of North Carolina. But our legislators certainly play an important part. Having meetings like this is a very helpful thing at a time like this, because our legislators can strengthen our current laws. The one you were talking about, as far as looking at maybe changing the law where you can carry firearms into more places, restaurants. You know, I always carry my gun when I go to a restaurant. You know. Well, it's not a violation for me because I'm a law enforcement officer, but I do understand that it's a violation of a good law-abiding citizen who either I or Donald or another sheriff has done a background check on and have identified them as being a person who we feel is fit to carry a concealed firearm. And I think that they should have the right to carry a firearm into a restaurant, even if they do serve alcohol. You know, like Mickey Swan said a few minutes ago, that's where I would like to carry one, probably more than about anywhere else. And I'll cut it.
I want to say one thing too, that I did lose my train of thought. I asked the federal agent, I said, "Are you going to be here taking our lawful citizens' guns?" And he said, "I'll quit before I do it." So, you know, they're there too. I'm sorry. I do have one more thing. I didn't know if I was going to get into this or not, but I can't bite my tongue. Yesterday in Yancey County, we had a group of federal agents from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and they were not here to get your guns. They were here following up on some child internet porn that had been disseminated out of Yancey County across the United States and even into a very bad Russian website. And of course, we were together, my officers, and there were seven Homeland Security agents. So this was a bad deal, folks. And I've got 2 people in jail right now, and it crosses county lines. There's going to be charges in Mitchell County and in Yancey County, and our agencies were working together up after midnight last night. One of Donald's investigators was in my office at about 1 o'clock whenever I left this morning. And of course, while we were sitting around doing our paperwork, we did have to have a few little side conversations, and we got into the issues of, what about all these stories we're hearing about federal agents who will be directed or enlisted to come into the local counties and take up firearms. This was an issue with them that they basically all said the same thing that Donald said the federal agent told him, said, we're not going to do that. I mean, these law enforcement officers were just as strong advocates of the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms as you and I are. So, I don't think that this is a problem that we're ever going to deal with, but I don't know that President Obama really knows how strong law enforcement officers are whenever it comes to their Second Amendment and their belief in the Second Amendment.
Thank you, Judge. Number 10.
My name is Trent Music. I'm from Yancey County, on Double Island, Green Mountain area. I do have one question for all you people up there. What do you think our chances of actually voting? And I think we're outnumbered. I basically want to ask y'all what you think about our chances of keeping our rights peacefully. Or also, I want to mention the people out here. You'll have a bunch of liberal people tell you, "Oh, we're not coming after your weapons. We don't want your weapons. We just want to take high-capacity magazines and all that." Look, there's well-meaning people out there that probably have that in mind, but your government are using those people to complete their agenda. And their objective is taking our guns. There's no doubt about it. Whatever you do, do not give in and say, hey, well, it's just high-capacity magazines. No, don't compromise. Do not compromise, because the end objective is getting your firearms. I'm convinced of it. But anyway, what do you guys think about us being outnumbered? I think we are.
Carl, would you mind responding?